Yeah, that light is not gonna help me at all. It's way darker out here than I thought it was gonna be, guys. So, hello guys, welcome to Complete Darkness. Whew, I don't even know if my flashlight is gonna be strong enough to do this, guys. And I need to lock up my car. Give me 1 second here, guys. I need to just lock up my car. Oh me. Alright, let's get the show on the road. Whew, it is so dark out here, guys. Okay, so at least you can see the car. Alright, and then all the way down there. Holy crap, that's dark out here, guys. Alright. Let's go find the gravesite. So see, we're in the middle of this walkway here. I did not bring enough light to do this. It is like so late out here. And it is so cold out, my goodness. Alright. Let's see if we can find this gravesite, y'all. And unfortunately, I can't show my face because I don't have the light towards me, guys, so. And I need the light to show you this stuff, so. Let's see. I should have probably come out here beforehand. I think this might be it. Holy crap. We found it, guys. Here it is. The historic gravesite of the Stone brothers, born in the 1790s. Check that out. We got a bunch of moss and stones. So I'm guessing that's back here. Okay. Yeah. There's some houses back there, so hopefully we don't get into any trouble being back here. Oh wow. Someone put some items back here too. That's crazy, y'all. Check that out. That is nuts. That is so freaking strange. Check that out, guys. Check out how strange that is. I can't believe someone actually left stuff back here. Check that out, guys. Hi, nice to see ya. We're checking out this old cemetery here tonight. Check this stuff out, guys. That's crazy. Wow. Holy crap, man. Yeah, I need to be careful being all the way back here too. Yep, check out that. And we got all this stuff back here. Need to not get hit by the branches. But yeah, it's much smaller than I remembered it being. It's this gravesite's a lot smaller than I remember. Oops, my apologies about that, guys. Still trying to learn how to operate the gimbal. So, yeah. There you go. Check that out. And I do wonder who these do belong to. That is crazy. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's like the dead of night, guys. I can barely see a thing. So as the legend has it, is well, there's a lot of urban myths involving this particular gravesite. And I actually did film some old horror films back here too, back in the day. And I filmed them right down there. I know you can't see anything down there, but I did. So, but as the story goes, that these younger brothers were all attacked and murdered back in the, I think, 1700s. And these are their grave sites. And that was kind of the whole story. Hi, Doom. Nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you. This is the historical gravesite of the Stone brothers. I came out here to do a spooky investigation. Nice to see you, buddy. Here, I'll go back to the sign here. Man, I cannot see a thing here, but yeah. See? So this is the historic gravesite of the Stone brothers, born in 1790s. And I actually used to, I did film a horror movie back here once. Back in the day, when I was still like in high school. Doom, let me know how things sound. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because it's pretty cold out here. But yeah, nice to see you, Doom. Man, it is so cold out here. But yeah. So like I was trying to say before, these free grave sites belong to these three younger brothers, and they were all brutally murdered, unfortunately. And then the third one's back there. But yeah, and this was actually the first spot that I saw my very first ghost when I was about maybe 20 years old. I came back here with a friend of mine, and I saw my first shadow person, and it scared the bejesus out of me, guys. And since then, I've always been a pretty firm believer when it comes to like ghosts and the supernatural and stuff. But yeah, I did film some old horror movies back here too with my friends. I know you can't see a whole lot of it now, but I'm just like not in the middle of nowhere, but I'm pretty close to nowhere. So, and this took me quite a drive to get all the way out here tonight. So I'm glad Doom Boogie's here to say hi. But yeah, let me know, Doom, how do things sound? I'm still getting used to the IRL stuff. But yeah. Here, let me see if I can face the camera towards me. Hold on. Ooh, there you go. Hi, let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. Probably need to pull my hand back further. Whew, it is so cold out here, guys. I can't believe I drove all the way out here. But yeah, hi guys, nice to see you, nice to see you. Whew, that light is bright, but it's not bright enough to be out here. But yeah. So, like I was saying, This was the first spot that I saw my very first ghost encounter when I was like about 20 years old. And it was around this same spot. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about that tonight. I don't know how well you guys can hear me and see me. Hello, let me know down in the chat. But it changed my life, guys. I always have been I've been a very spiritually connected person. I do tarot for people. I have been a psychic for about 10 years. Been doing that as a part-time job on and off. So, and I was trained by someone. She was a professional psychic for about maybe 30 years. So she helped train me how to do that. I connect to the spirits intuitively. So we're gonna try doing some of that tonight and see what we get. Here, I'm gonna turn this camera back around for you guys. It is so dark out here, guys. Holy crap. But yeah, these are the grave sites. And then the third one's back here. All the way back here. So, like I said, we're gonna try to talk to these deceased people. Man, it is so cold out here, guys. I can't believe I'm standing out here all alone by myself. Here, let me turn the camera towards me. Here we go. There you go. I'm sorry if I am squinting. That light is so bright. So, let me see what I can get. Alright, hold on, guys. Let me tune in and see if I can contact them somehow. Yeah, so I definitely do get a sense that that they were indeed killed back here. Yeah, their father was not a nice man, unfortunately. I'm speaking to two people right now. This gravesite was actually petitioned to not be destroyed, guys. I don't know if you knew that. This was actually a gravesite that was saved by the local community because they did not want this gravesite to be demolished. Which is very interesting. So, and to be honest, I don't blame them. I don't think grave sites should be allowed to be destroyed. I think it's very important that we try to preserve grave sites as much as we can. And it's a shame that sometimes graves do get demolished in that way. But yeah, here, let me turn back the camera here. I'm glad I can do that. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So like I was saying before, I was connecting to two people before. Now I'm connecting to one. Their father definitely had a temper. And as the story goes, they were killed by their father, or at least two of them, I think. And I keep getting the feeling like somebody's watching me. That's crazy. Yeah, someone is definitely here. That's nuts. Wow. But yeah, like I was saying, They were unfortunately murdered back here, guys. And I definitely feel the sense of at least one person. I think it's a younger brother. Here, let me point the camera back around here. There we go. If I had to bet who it was probably these two back here. There's not like a whole lot of documentation on this, but if I had to bet, I think it was probably these two grave sites. And I think that's the one who survived. Yeah, I do wonder how long those have been here for. That's crazy. Here. We're doing pretty good on battery. But yeah, like I said, let me try to connect to them and see what I can get. Yeah, their father definitely had some temper problems. It just wasn't very nice, I guess. I keep seeing like these things out of the corner of my eyes. It's so late, I can't believe I'm out here doing this. But yeah. It's just crazy. What I'm getting is that someone's like standing kind of beside me over in that general direction. I don't get scared by ghosts as much anymore, guys. I communicate with them pretty often, not as much as I used to. Like, I don't do the whole psychic tarot stuff as much as I used to. But I'm no stranger to the supernatural and to the paranormal. I've been doing this for about 10 years or so. Ooh, I heard something. What was that? I heard a scream. That was crazy, guys. I just heard a scream. I'm not even kidding you. That's nuts. That is a bit spooky. Let's turn the camera back around. Here we go. But yeah, these are the grave sites of the Stone brothers here, or the Stone family. But yeah, that was so spooky, guys. I can't believe I just heard that. Here, let me go back to the front here. I can't believe I just heard someone scream. That's nuts. That's crazy, y'all. See? This is the historic gravesite here. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the car, or see if I can try to put this back on my face. Guys, I'm not even gonna lie. I can't believe I just heard someone scream. Like, it was a very faint scream too, like very faint. Almost didn't quite hear it. That is nuts. But yeah, let's go back to the car, guys. Hey Sanchez, nice to see you, buddy. We're at this historic gravesite here tonight. Let me know how things sound, how things look. I'll go back over to the graves here, so then you can see them. Hello. Yeah. Here you go. Check these out. I will, Sanchez. I will definitely be careful. Hi, Joanna. I was just talking to Doom Boogie. These are the historic grave sites of the Stone brothers here tonight, guys. I'll go back to the sign to show you. It is so dark out here, guys. That's like 3 in the morning. But yeah, guys. This gravesite was where I had my first spiritual encounter with something from beyond this world, and scared me half to death. I was like 20 years old. My friends and I came back here once, and I kid you not, I saw something and it stuck with me for my entire life. Here, I'll turn the camera back on me. Yeah, and it scared me half to death, guys. I've practiced being a psychic medium for 10 years. I had someone train me who did it for about 30 years professionally. So I don't do it as much now, guys. But I used to do it a lot as kind of like a part-time job. So what ended up happening was my friends and I came back here when we were still all like in high school, or I think right afterward, I think. And we were going down a trail back here, and I saw a black outline of a person, and it was just so intense. My friends couldn't see the same thing I did, but I still remember it till this day. And since then, I've always kind of been very intrigued by ghosts, by the afterlife, and like all that stuff. Here, let me turn the camera back around. But yeah, this is their gravesite, and I'll go back to the tombstones here. I can't believe I'm out here, guys. That's like 3 a.m. and I'm out here doing this. But yeah, here are their remaining grave sites here. Let me know how the audio sounds, guys. I can't tell. But yeah. So, like I said, oh, that's the moon? Holy shit. That's a beautiful moon out tonight. Holy crap. Wow, that's a huge moon. Woo, perfect night. It's cold out though. Yeah, I saw something back here years ago, guys. And it quite frankly stuck with me my entire life. I keep getting the feeling like someone's watching me. That's crazy. And I'm staring like right at the moon here too. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I saw something back here when I was about 20 years old. And I've always been connected to the supernatural, ghosts, all that stuff. Here, let's turn this back around. But yeah. And I think since that day, guys, I've just always been very curious about the paranormal. So here, let me try to show you guys the moon. I'm gonna try. I can't believe I'm out here all by my lonesome. But yeah. Here, I'm gonna try to show the moon. It's being concealed by clouds at the moment. But yeah, I saw something back here years ago. And I saw this outline of this black outline of this person. And I was out here. I know you can't see the trail that well, but there's a trail that connects back here. See, I'll go to the trail here, so then you guys can kind of try to see the trail. But yeah, my friends and I came back here when we were about 20, and I'm 31 now. And I saw a person standing like right there, down there. I know you can't see much, but I think it was from that gravesite, and that stuck with me my entire life. Here, I'm going back to the gravesite now. Give me one quick moment here, guys. Woo, that is so dark out here. Holy crap. Here we go. But yeah, I've always been very in tune and very connected to ghosts and the supernatural. I've done many psychic readings for people. I don't do it as much now. Man, I feel like I just feel like I can't breathe. It feels like there's someone watching me and they're not happy I'm here. That's kind of weird. And I know Miss Garcia was joking with me before. And she was joking, saying, I'm gonna look like that chick from the Blair Witch Project. Which I probably do. So, but yeah, I get the feeling like somebody is watching me, and I keep like trying to check, and totally different vibes out here, guys. But I thought I would try coming out here because I always felt like trying to do this more. And I never liked those ghost shows because they aren't very nice to the afterlife, and I always treat them with as much dignity and as much respect as I can. Here, I'll turn the camera back around. But yeah. Hi, Miss Garcia. Yes, I can see that you're watching me now. I'll go back over to the grave sites so then you can see them. But holy shit, that's so cold out here, guys. I'm like all bundled up. But yeah, see? These are their grave sites. And I can't believe I drove all the way out here just to do this. It's definitely cool. But like I said, I get the feeling like somebody's watching me. Here, hold on. Hello. Let me know how the stream looks. Hope we're not getting lag or anything like that. I would try to connect to them and see what I get, guys. So, like I said, yeah, the father had some temper problems. I think the two brothers got killed. The one other survived. Yeah, the father's not happy that I'm here. That makes a ton of sense. Just trying to be as polite as I can. Not trying to bother you guys. I'm just here to say hi. Not trying to do anything bad. But yeah. Two people are watching me. One that direction, one that direction. And it's kind of hard to breathe. I get this very tight feeling in my chest here. Something really doesn't like the fact that I'm here. I can definitely tell that. But yeah, I definitely probably look like the chick from the Blair Witch Project. Holy shit, that is so cold out here. But yeah. These are their grave sites, guys. And like I said earlier, this gravesite was petitioned to not be destroyed by people locally where I live. And like I said, I'm kind of glad. I don't think grave sites should be demolished. I think we should try to preserve these as much as we can. But yeah, here, I'll turn the camera back around to me. Woo, that light is bright, but it's not bright enough for me to see. But like I said, I filmed a horror movie back here once when I was 22, and it didn't do well. Obviously, maybe because of the bad juju. I'm not saying I filmed it on the gravesite. No, I filmed it like on the trail next to the gravesite. So, yeah, I definitely get the sense that now one person's watching me somewhere behind me. Hello. Creepy, right? But yeah, ghosts don't scare me, guys. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been communicating with ghosts and with the spirits for 10 years. I had someone train me who she was a psychic. She did it for about 30 years. So ghosts don't tend to scare me. It's the shit that's not ghosts that are like demons and shit. That shit does scare me. And I won't touch like voodoo shit or like all that stuff. No way. I don't touch that stuff. I don't even touch tarot cards. I just communicate to them naturally. But yeah, something keeps staring at me. Hello. Yeah, I'm just here. I'm just saying hi. I'm not trying to do anything bad. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys are doing. But yeah, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, these are some historic grave sites near where I live. Here, I'll go back to the sign here. Holy crap. It's so dark, guys. I can't quite see where I'm going. Holy crap. Okay, here we go. But yeah, these are their grave sites, and this spot was petitioned to not be demolished, and it's right next to a trail where I live. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can say the same thing for me. I can say that. That is so bright. Yeah, ghosts don't scare me. I think people do scare me. People scare me way more. So, but yeah, I don't think the moon is out right now. It's being covered by the clouds, guys. But there's a huge moon out tonight. But yeah, now I feel like that thing that was watching me, I don't think it's here no more. But it's like 3 a.m. and I drove way out here just to do this for you guys. Here, I'll show the grave sites about one more time, and then I'll pack up and leave. Not because I'm scared, just because I'm cold and it's late and I need to get home and feed my guinea pigs. And it's not because I'm totally scared. No, not because of me being scared one bit. But yeah, these are their grave sites, guys. And if you haven't, please give this video a huge like. And if you feel inclined, please do subscribe. That would go a long way for me. Nice to see some new people in here like Joanna, Jordy, Miss Garcia. I know Doom Boogie came in here tonight. Here, let me point the camera back at me. Here. I do need to see that comment, so let me see. Yes, I have heard the Witch of Pungo. We are by there right now. The guinea piggies' names are Frankie and Benny. I'm gonna go investigate the whole Witch of Pungo thing here soon, guys. Not tonight. I'm definitely not gonna be chasing after that tonight. But that is gonna be something I'm gonna do on the channel more. I'm also gonna go check out the old Naval Coast Guard station here in Virginia Beach. That's got a lot of ghosts. I'm gonna go check out the old Cavalier Hotel. That's got a lot of ghosts too. Virginia has a lot of ghost lore here, guys. So stay subscribed, like the video, and I will continue doing this. I don't know why I chose the darkest spot, the darkest spot to do the very first live stream doing this, but yeah, I did. And I have a long drive back home. But you know what? I'm glad people tuned in. You know, I'm glad people are up at this time of night. But yeah, it's always been something. I've been very connected to ghosts and the supernatural, and not like just because I'm so curious about it, guys. And I've always felt that way. Man, I still feel like I can't breathe. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely be checking out more historic ghost locations here in Virginia Beach more. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Probably not as spooky as this place, but the Cavalier Hotel, I've heard so many stories from people. I've seen some shit there too. I've seen stuff at the old Coast Guard station. I saw something when I was like 5 years old there. And then a lot of people know about the famous Witch of Pungo. And I think they even made a film about that here at some point. But yeah, guys, I'm so glad you guys turned in tonight. I honestly thought I'd be out here by myself talking to pretty much nobody. So I'm glad you guys came out. Here, let me show you the grave sites one more time. But yeah, guys. I know, I'm so brave. No, I'm not brave, guys. I am the biggest scaredy cat that there ever lived. Guys, I am so scared all the time, guys. Whew. Here, let me go back to the front here. Holy crap. I can't believe I'm out here all by myself. All by my lonesome. But yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Here, I'm gonna turn the camera back around. But yeah, this is a special shout out to my friend Windy Girl. I'm doing this for her. She actually lives pretty nearby me. And I'm doing this because of her tonight, guys. So I'm sure she'll tune in and she'll watch it tomorrow. Woo! Check out that branch. Spooky branch. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna do some more of these, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's not very long. I need to drive home. I can't believe I drove all the way out here. But hey, I am having fun doing this, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying this too. Here, but like Miss Garcia said, I do look like that girl from the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, I did hear about that road too. That's gonna be another spot that I'm gonna check out too. But yeah, guys. Whoa, I just heard something. I'm not even lying about that. I heard. I keep hearing shit. I can't be crazy, right? I keep hearing crap. Okay, I guess that's my time to leave, right? Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for all the night owls being here. You guys made my night. I'm glad because I don't feel like I'm all alone out here tonight. So cool beans. But yeah, guys, I'm glad you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.